We got a free bastard Darkhawk. Check out this pull. We got 2 Zabus, which is crazy. We automatically snap. This is the first time X-Mansion has done me justice. What we get from Agent Coulson, the 4 drop we get from him, is gonna be discounted like crazy from QUINJET and 2 Zabus. I'm surprised this guy didn't retreat. You have so many combos we can do next turn. The fact that our Darkhawk in our hand that we got from White Queen is 2. This is crazy. And when the QUINJET procs, our Darkhawk that we stole is gonna be 1. Insane. Insane value here. Got 2 1-drop Darkhawks. Where have you seen this? Crazy, crazy game. We can go a lot of ways here. Double DINO. What I was thinking during this time is everybody runs Shang-Chi, right? And Throne Room is like appetizing for Shang-Chi. So my plan was to divert his attention to this Devil Dinosaur that's gonna be like high 20s. He's gonna want to Shang that, and he doesn't know that we have 2 Darkhawks and a ROCKSLIDE in our hand. So we're trying to protect those guys. This version of the deck does not have any defensive cards, it is all offense. And in this case, we're fighting their Shang-Chi with more offense. Why play defense when you got better offense? Throws down to Angela. She's probably saving space for Shang-Chi here. It doesn't matter if I get iced on Darkhawk. We have priority, so we can't Shang this bishop that's gonna turn 9 next turn. So we're just gonna fight power with power here. If he doesn't want to Shang Throne Room, then it's automatic lane winner for us. There's no way he wins this. GG's on Mega Beam. Welcome to the flow zone. Or welcome to the ass kicking highlights. Come on, buddy. This is like the ideal X-Mansion play right here, guys. He doesn't even bother touching right. You got a small hawk, bro. I got big hawk right here. Come on now. Victory. GG's. Alright, and we got Gumshoe. Welcome to the flow zone and the ass kicking highlights. What's going on? What's going on? Alright, so this video is kind of like my older videos where I just look down at past games and break down what I did right and also what I did wrong, so we can both be better Marvel Snap players in the future. And that is my goal as a content creator. Alright. Sunspot armor. It's automatic Shuri deck. Most likely, 80% chance. This is good for us. Comatage is good. I'm gonna showcase to you guys two versions of this deck. We got the more offensive one where it carries White Queen and Moon Girl in a Zabu Darkhawk shell, and then we have a more of a defensive one where I substitute White Queen and Moon Girl for Doctor Doom and Cosmo. I just feel like Cosmo is really important. I don't like playing off like a very offensive deck that often, because everybody needs a little bit of defense, especially how effective Cosmo is protecting our Devil Dinosaur or Hawks. We just gotta make sure we don't get caught up by our own Cosmo by playing Mystique on it or playing KORG or ROCKSLIDE. So we want to plan those accordingly. So from the Agent Coulson that we got Spider-Man, which is really good for us. So we close off this Atuma lane here. The reason why one of my decks I took out Moon Girl and replaced it with Cosmo is because I feel like the main problem with that is overdraw tends to happen. So if I were to decide Agent Coulson or Moon Girl, I'd rather choose Agent Coulson because he's more of a surprise factor. We never know what we're gonna get, especially if we have QUINJET and Zabu down. His effectiveness doubles and triples in value. And also why I replaced White Queen with this deck, with my other version of this deck, is because like I said about overdrawing, and also Dr. Doom is another surprise card that people don't see or predict when people play this deck. Easy clap, GG's. Victory. Let's get on to the next game. Alright, and we got Carrot. Welcome to the Flow Zone and Ass Kicking highlights. So like what I said before, you can play both decks. Both decks are pretty good. Main problem with the first one, with White Queen and Moon Girl, is the overdraw. I just feel like my twist to it is a little bit more, let's say, consistent, and it's unpredictable from the Agent Coulson surprise and Dr. Doom surprise. But both decks are very viable, and they carry the same core cards, so that's why I'm showcasing both versions of this, because your plays are usually the same, because it has the same shell. Core cards are including KORG, Shang-Chi, Zabu of course, QUINJET, Darkhawk, MYSTIQUE, Devil DINO, Sentinel is pretty big. So those are the most flexible cards in this deck. Moon Girl and one thing, and White Queen. I was thinking about shanging this next turn and not saving it till last turn because I wanted to play the Doom last turn, that's why. I was thinking about Spider-Womaning this, but I feel like the Shang was more damage to the opposing lane, to opposing side of the lane. If I Spider-Woman, I couldn't not Shang-Chi if I were to Shang-Chi last turn because the monster would be 8. So I'd rather do the Shang now. Which you can see later. I'm just gonna pull back on my cards and reset. The proper play is Shang-Chi and KORG here. I believe I did. Shang-Chi first. And KORG. We already know his Apocalypse is going to be 20 by the end of the game. So we gotta somehow beat 24 here. And Dr. Doom is the most optimal play we got. We probably know he has America Chavez. This card always carries America Chavez turn 6. So At the end of the game, our mid lane is going to be 25, and then our right lane is going to be 21. If you play Chavez left, he loses mid and right. I believe he played Chavez here right, but we still win regardless. Regardless of where he played it, we would have won. Actually, if anything, if you played Chavez middle, you would have won. But why would you do that if you were the opposing? If you were the opposition, why would you do that? Victory! Alright, GG's carry. Right, stuck at 99.9 sad face. Welcome to the ass kicking highlights, and welcome to the flow zone. Mojo World is our first location. And he has a DINO stack. He probably won that location automatically. Negative zone. Probably gonna change this. Most likely. We can't play anything, which kind of sucks. He has a time stone. And he has 4 energy this turn. Best play we can really do here is just play Coulson. I'm gonna overdraw, but this is why one of the reasons why I switched out the Moon Girl for Cosmo, because of the Coulson overdraw here. Alright. We can throw a Hawk anywhere, honestly. Decided to throw it left. The Hawk on left is shangable. Which is why Cosmo is so important. But this game we weren't running Cosmo. Then of course we played a DINO. We won't play the DINO left because those are 2 easy targets for Shang. We're gonna spread the love here. We have our own Shang. We Shang the DINO, of course, and then we probably play the KORG left. Some little bit of power. We were thinking Gamora was the play, but anything could have came out of that lockjaw. We didn't play our KORG, we didn't play our ROCKSLIDE, so the chances of rotating to the rock were impossible. That would have been a play, potential play, but this is a better play. Shang-Chi and KORG left. Yeah, we would have lost if we played Gamora middle. A good thing we took out the DINO right because he would have won right. Victory. Right. GG's. And that's why you're stuck at 99. Alright, we got Kevin H19. Welcome to my ass kicking highlights. This guy here is a really good player. Oh, snap. You gotta show love to the people who whoop my ass. Shout out to you, Kevin. So this is my snapping hand. Usually it consists of QUINJET, Zabu, Coulson. Because Coulson will get triple value here from the Zabu and QUINJET. You never know what kind of surprise cards you get from Coulson. It's just like a mystery box. And then we get White Queen and Modok. White Queen is okay, Modok is really bad. Because we're running a Dino deck and we wouldn't Modok our whole hand and make our Dino useless here. So he snaps back, where it's a heavy game, we both snapped. We want to see what's in his hand. And White, who can do that job better than White Queen? You're gonna see a really big mistake that I did here. I thought he was gonna play for Kiln, but he faked me out and played for Hala. If this wasn't a snap game that we both snapped, I would have retreated, but since we're both in this game already, I might as well see it through the end. I lost really heavy on the right side. What I was thinking during his time was to play Magneto right, because I knew he was gonna play Doom and Odin to get in Kiln, since he didn't bother playing there. So my job was to clog up the right side here. Alright, mission accomplished. Right side is eliminated. He has priority, and I know he had Magneto, so my thought process was, oh, I'm just gonna Shang left since that's the only lane to play in, right? And then he's gonna take my Coulson out of middle, but I'll just win. I should play Shang-Chi and some other card here. But now in hindsight, I would have lost regardless. Because let's say he did play Magneto, and he pulled my Coulson left lane. My White Queen right that I just played right now wouldn't have done me enough power, because I keep on forgetting Sunspot gets that extra energy at the end. So I would have lost by one. Would have lost by one regardless. This guy read my red. He readed my read. I don't know how to say it, but he read my Shang play, which is pretty good from GG's, Kevin. Lastly, Jerry. Welcome to the Ass Kicking highlights, and welcome to the Flow Zone. We got QUINJET, our first card here on Titan. And then we get our discounted Sentinel. This is one of the combos we got here. Sentinel becomes 1. 1-3 is really powerful, especially towards end game where we have to push a little bit more energy. Sentinel is our robot to trust. We got Jessica Jones, Ole Miss Reliable. I'm gonna mess up on this play. I could have played this a little bit cleaner, because I'm gonna play Darkhawk right here. I got excited to play this because I saw the Cosmo and he's gonna give me free protection, but I forgot, since I'm not in pool 1 or pool 2, I don't play Jessica Jones anymore. I forgot that she procs the next turn, which is a neck from us. Neck. We got a Darkhawk on board. Lechugia with a Darkhawk Zabu deck is perfect, because nobody can touch us in Lechugia. They're just gonna do us a favor and juice up all our Darkhawks and Mystiques. Regardless of our mess up on the right side here, we win this lane. I just could have played a little bit cleaner. Look at that, 12 power middle. We don't have to touch it anymore. Alright. Now all we gotta do is just lay the pipe. We can play wherever we want to and still win, honestly. That and probably a White Queen are two biggest powers. And that is how the cookie crumbles. I appreciate to all the new followers out there that are following my startup YouTube journey. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to the new subs. We're gonna go all in right here because we already want middle regardless. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And that is it. Mr. Flow out, boys. See you next week.